BMW versus Mercedes. The two German giants form one of the biggest rivalries in automotive history, and usually you're either one or the other. They've been trading blows for years, and the result of this rivalry has been some incredible cars. However, it hasn't always been like that. Post-World War II, the situation was very different. BMW, nowhere near as big as it is now, had just released its stunning 507 Halo car in 1956. In many ways, it was hugely successful, but BMW was losing money on every one sold. And I'm no expert, but that's definitely bad for business. Unfortunately, the mediocre sales and dated styling of its other models wasn't going to keep it afloat. BMW was in trouble, and come the late 50s, it was staring straight down the barrel of bankruptcy. Daimler-Benz, Germany's biggest automotive manufacturer at the time, saw an opportunity to purchase BMW. This wasn't a move to crush a bitter rival though. Daimler-Benz and BMW were leagues apart at the time. Daimler-Benz was successfully balling out in the luxury segment, meanwhile BMW was struggling to make rent. The idea was that BMW would become a supplier of car bodies. Essentially, as an automaker, BMW would have been dead. Just imagine that for a second. All your favourite M cars wouldn't have happened. Some of the most fabled race cars ever wouldn't have even been thought about. On the other hand, at least we wouldn't have seen James Bond in a Z3. BMW's top management supported the sale and gave a proposition to the board: take the deal or go bust. If you just thought, well, that's a shit deal, then you're probably right. It was essentially a death note for BMW's future as an automaker. The man who put this deal forward was Hans Faith, then head of the BMW management board. It just so happened that Faith was also a representative of the Deutsche Bank, which just so happened to support the sale. BMW's future was looking bleak. In a meeting on the 9th of December 1959, the BMW board almost voted to agree on the buyout. However, a few of the shareholders weren't so keen on the idea and managed to adjourn the meeting before a conclusion could be made. One of those shareholders was Herbert Quandt, a man who had around 30% share in BMW, but also a 10% share in Daimler-Benz. He started to slowly up his stake in BMW by buying more shares, even though the bankers told him that it wasn't really a wise idea. But old Herbert knew what he was doing, obviously. Once his share got to 50%, he was able to reach an agreement with the state of Bavaria to purchase BMW, saving the company from both the acquisition and bankruptcy, meaning everyone could live happily ever after. Except Daimler-Benz, which probably never realised that BMW would become a major rival years later. It was from that point onwards that a new age for BMW started. Just 2 years after what looked to be impending doom, we saw the beginning of the new class in 1961. This was a hugely important line of cars that helped the company go from operating at a loss to breaking even in 1962, and then rocketing to a sales increase of 47% in 1963. That's quite some turnaround. Who knows what things would be like today if the takeover had gone ahead? What we do have is two hugely popular companies making cars that all petrol heads can appreciate. Let us know which car you'd miss most if BMW didn't exist down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
But before you go, I just want 30 more seconds of your time to tell you about Millie's Matchday Challenge, which is raising money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And no, this isn't sponsored, we're just trying to help out in any way we can during these unprecedented times. Right, so the challenge set out by Chelsea and England footballer Millie Bright is for you guys to do as many kick-ups with a twist as possible, which she'll be hosting on her Instagram this Sunday at 2 PM. Now, I'm a little bit rusty, so I need a bit of practice, and because I don't actually own a football, I'm going to have to use my dog's toy instead. So this is my version on a twist, so here goes. Right, I'm going to aim for 20. 1, 2, 3. 3. If you think that you can beat that, then tune in on Sunday at 2 PM and upload your attempts using the hashtag Millie's Matchday Challenge. In the meantime, you can donate at Millie's Just Giving page in the description below. See you soon!